have many great instructors. And we have one instructor in particular that doesn't just teach the subject matter at hand, but also, whenever he has a chance, will teach life lessons, sometimes called teachable moments. And sometimes these are the lessons that last a lifetime. He also is quite excellent at teaching the subject matter that he does teach. But in doing both of these in combination, it makes him a very, very dynamic teacher. And I think, as you could hear by the applause earlier, a very loved teacher. I'd like to congratulate Mr. Robert Valadez for winning Teacher.
Wow. I want to thank everybody, but what I do it out of my heart. Because I love you guys. Love you too. And love you too. One thing that I told my students is, it's not the length of the journey that matters. It's taking the first step of faith. And guys, you took that first step of faith, which made it easier to accomplish what you've done tonight. And I was honored. It was an honor and a privilege to be your instructor, but also to be your friend. And I want to thank you for that. But before I leave, I have something special for y'all. And I want you to start putting your hands together, okay? But this is, I cannot let you go without this. Are you ready? Ready? All right. I'm Mr. B. I want to say hi. I want to welcome you to SCI. You made a change, that's no lie. You made a wise choice to attend SCI. Lot of study, lot of test. That's okay, cause you're the best. Don't worry, it's alright. All of y'all are dynamite. You reached an important day. Today you graduate. Nothing possible, cause the class of 2013 is unstoppable. I love y'all.
How do you follow that, really? That's tough to follow. About 5 minutes after I arrived tonight, I was informed that our regular guest speaker was unable to make it. So they told me to come up. You know, the guy, I don't think you're missing much, Channing Tatum. I'm kind of like a poor man's Channing Tatum. Instead of a six-pack, I have a keg. So anyways, you can just pretend I'm Channing Tatum while I'm up here. Alright, that's going to take a lot of imagination. I've been told by 17 people to keep this short because there's some game on tonight or something. I don't know what game that is, but I heard it's important. Well, let me tell you something. As important as the Spurs game is tonight, I actually think your graduation is more important. And you know what? I'd like to congratulate all of you for doing what many people could not do. You remember how many people started, and you're the ones that finished. You made it. You made it from determination. You made it from lack of sleep. Some of you working one job, two jobs, all the children that you have, and all the responsibilities, but you got through it. And of course, you got through it, as we noted before, with the help of your family and your loved ones. One more round of applause for them. I'm going to make this real short, I promise, because we all want to go watch the Spurs win Game 7 tonight. When the Spurs win tonight, they're winning for you in honor of your graduation. It's going to happen. I'm going to tell you a story. I've lived in... I'm obligated to tell you a story. If I go over 5 minutes, somebody just throw something at me. All right, I'll keep this quick. I've lived all over the United States, and I find it in a way ironic. I now live in San Antonio. My grandfather's name is Antonio. And just to tell you a little bit about my grandfather, he was one of 16 children. He grew up in a little small town in Italy called Gimigliano. He was the baby of his 16 brothers and sisters, and they were quite poor. His brothers and sisters saved up, and they got him a third-class boat ticket, boat ride, to come to the United States. And back then it took 2 weeks. And my grandfather, who was 17 at the time, was so seasick for 2 weeks that when he actually got to the United States, that he was almost dead from dehydration, couldn't eat and all that. They put him in Ellis Island in quarantine, as they did for a lot of people in the 20s. Again, that was 1922. My grandfather never graduated high school. He went to work in a factory where he worked for 47 years, and he never did get an education, but he always knew how important it was. And he instilled that into his son, my father, James. My father did not go to traditional school, but he went to a tech school, and he worked as an instrument technician and all kinds of other jobs. I won't go into all of them because we're going fast here. But I remember my grandfather having talks with me, and in his broken English, he would tell me how important education was. And while my father got married very, very young and didn't get to go to college as much as he wanted, he was able to do that training that helped him the rest of his life. I was a little more fortunate, and I was able to go to a lot of college. And I felt that that was instilled upon me by my grandfather and later by my father. And now as I live in San Antonio, I know my grandfather, who's smiling down on us today, probably smiling on all of us, would probably love the idea that I live in a town named after the saint that he was named after. But I want to tell you, the education that you started and you've completed, keep going. You're just going to keep learning and learning. You're going to learn on the job. You're going to learn in life. And if when you see the time is right, you go back and get some more college and more education. Because the world we live in today, in the 21st century, the more you know, the more successful you are. Now sometimes people think of a graduation as the end of something, but really a graduation ceremony is often called a commencement ceremony. And what is a commencement? It is a beginning. And so today, you begin your journey into your new careers. I want you to continue that journey and continue to learn the rest of your lives. And always show up early and stay late and do your best and have a smile on your face, and you all will be successful because you've already proven that you've made it farther than a lot of other people didn't. And I know as I look out at the faces out there, you're going to keep it going. So again, when the Spurs win tonight, remember they're winning it for you. God bless.